razor sharp. Duh.
Hey, Sam.
It's getting a little sneaky. Little sneaky. See the serpent? Can you see the serpents? Yes. Slithering, baby. Let's do a jaw right now. Not very, missing an eye. The snake's missing an eye, as you can tell. But it's getting there. It's getting there. Coming to life. Join me, won't you? Carving. Carving with chisels. You know? It's not every day this is what you see somebody doing. That's for damn sure. You know? And that's alright. Got it. Ugh. Well, that was fun. Got her all bandaged up. And just in case anybody's curious, this tattoo, it says supremacy of self. Okay, just so you know, it's from Jamie Josta, the lead singer of the band called Hate Breed. Very aggressive name, it's super heavy metal, but it's basically talking about you must achieve supremacy of mind, supremacy of body, and supremacy of spirit, supremacy of self, and that's quoting directly from the song. So I suggest you look up the lyrics. It's very motivational. A lot of their, even though it's like hardcore metal, their songs are very motivational. So if you see it on camera, you know, I got it when I was in prison, you know, but I'm not a racist. So to, you know, satisfy the white boys, I had to do something. So I did the lyrics to an inspirational song that everybody can vibe to lyrically anyway. So let's continue making this axe handle. Hopefully there'll be no more bloodshed. So what happens when you don't have the right carving tools and you're just using wood chisels. Yeah, whatever, you know? You know, talking about my tattoo brings me back to, I did just a little 5-year piece in federal prison for bank robbery, and it's not something that I'm proud of, but it is something that has definitely, good and bad ways, shaped my life to now. It's one of those deals where it's like, I mean, I've never been to, like, at that point in my life when I did it when I'm 40 now, so I went to prison when I was 24 and then got out, met my ex-wife, and then went back to finish my time so I didn't have to be on parole anymore, because that's a whole another joke. But it's not somewhere you want to be in life, let me tell you that. I never thought I'd have to, you know, don't worry, you know, I was fine, you know, there was no, I wasn't the one getting graped, you know, I wasn't, I'm a big dude, I know how to handle myself, so I was able to, you know, do what I had to do or whatever, and met up with you know, at first I tried to do it alone, I tried to go it alone, and that's just not a thing. I mean, unless you want to live an existence of like, unless you're okay living an existence of solitude, but as human beings, man, especially for me, I mean, you need connection, and it's also protection, so you don't keep getting fucked with, or people trying to, you know, make you a punk, or as they call it, and then like all the words that we use, like bitch and punk and all that stuff, that has a whole different meaning in that world. That once you get in that world, you don't say that. I used to say it all the time with, like, you know, with the homies, with my boys and shit, and it's just not something that you do when you're in prison, because that's we call it a green light, and that just means go. You fight instantly. So yeah, you just you know, you gotta join up with your clique, and sadly, you know, it is racial in there, you know. At the same time, it's also because there were a couple of white boys that were, you know, GDs or Crips or whatever the case may be, that were, you know, would sit on the, you know, would hang out with their gang, you know what I mean? So, you know, me being a kid from the country and doing what I did and whatnot, like I didn't really have a home, a gang. I didn't have a in prison family, so to speak, right? And got one, joined up, you know, had to do what I had to do to get joined up. You know, I gotta say, like, I went from being a foot soldier to sergeant at arms in my first year. And I also was a literary officer. And, you know, it's just kind of sad because, like, I got to learn more about Norse paganism and Asatru and the traditional pagan religions of Europe, of the North, and of, you know, things of that nature. But it's just so sad to me that those religions were and have been hijacked by a principle that I do not believe in. I don't believe that anybody is superior to anybody. You have to be your own superior being, like, for yourself, you know what I'm saying? And that's more of a, you know, internal thing. It's just really sad. And I know that, you know, nowadays, you know, people like to talk about, you know, oh, well, white supremacists, and, you know, they're all, you know, they all believe in Norse paganism and all this fun stuff. So if you see these symbols and blah blah blah, it's like, you know, life is a lot more intricate than that. It's a lot more, it's not black and white, you know. This whole black and white thinking, you know, I guess interpersonally, that's how I used to be. I used to be a person of, well, yeah, I used to get fired up, you know, but I never got fired up in the way where I would hate another group of people or, you know, whatever. And everybody's got their prejudices, and that's fine. You know, I don't know, man. It's so ridiculous. But anyway, I'm digressing because I'm just rambling here. Not everybody, you know, you judge a book by its cover, right? You know, so you see these guys and you wouldn't think that, you know, they were, you know, nice people or whatever. But man, I was in there with some killers, some everything, you know, and it's crazy because, like, if you were truly, I don't know if anybody's seen American History X, you know, that guy, you know, when he went in, you know, he straight up 100% hate, you know. But it's not like that because we, like, as my little white boys or whatever, they weren't mine, it was just part who I was affiliated with in there. They were in league, like, with the Serenios, and which is a Spanish gang, and the Asian gang, the Asian mob. And I don't know, like, you know, so, like, that was like, if anything ever popped off, the Asian mob and the Serenios, we would, you know, have each other's back, you know what I'm saying? That's not racism, you know what I mean? That's just gangs, you know, having accordances, just like countries have treaties and, you know, pacts, and, you know, hey, if something goes down here, you're going to help us out, right? Yep, absolutely, got you, good, blah, blah, blah. So, I don't know. I got so many stories about prison, but a lot of that, you know, it's been so long now that I've just, you know, kind of moved way on, you know, beyond that. But if anybody has any questions, you know, if you actually listen to this or whatever, I mean, I'll answer them. I'm an open book. I have nothing to hide. I'm on a whole different path now. My life has become much more spiritual, much more simple. A lot of it by my own hand, a lot of it circumstantial, and I'm an open book. So if anybody ever wants to reach out, have a conversation, I'm more than open to do that and happy to do it. Better understanding of each other is key to the success of our fucking world, man. People don't see it that way. It's either their way or the highway. Well, the one thing that is constant and certain is that the highway is going to keep on going. Whether or not you got love in your heart, whether or not you got hate in your heart, the world ain't going to stop. So I choose to live my life with love, you know, and gratefulness, and happy to be here. Happy to be here. I don't do the heart thing or whatever. Getting reflective in my old age. Only got about a week and 4 days left here in North Carolina before we make the journey back home to Minnesota. Pretty excited about that. It's been wild, you know. I definitely am very, very grateful to have had family that was able to allow me to park my trailer and start this grand adventure of Savage Man Adventures. And, you know, there's one thing I want to tell people too, is that, like, Savage Man, like, my nickname is Savage, and that was given to me by my father, and there's other videos about it. And, you know, man is, you know, the savage man, you know, think about that. You know, if you think about savage, it's like an unrelentless, unstoppable, animalistic, primal, just, destructive force. Well, I like to, or not civilized either, very primal, very animalistic. Well, Savage Man, the name of the channel, is becoming more. It's getting in tune with your primal self. I guess Jordan B. Peterson puts it perfect. You want to be a monster. You want to be a savage, but you want to be able to control it. You want to be able to know who you are, know your capabilities, know that you can be the destroyer of worlds, but also the bringer of light, So Savage Man to me is having this unrelentless, primal movement forward in progression in your life in every single way, spiritually, mentally, and physically. I'm nowhere near perfect. I'm still overweight. I still have my days of just doubt in myself, in humanity, in what I'm doing. I mean, just the other day, I broke down and I almost gave up the channel, almost gave up what I'm doing here, and just thinking that I'm worthless and there's no point in going on. What am I done with my life? Kind of midlife crisis. I am fucking 40, so it's just I've never been a person to just lead a simple life, like as far as wife, kids, picket fence, the whole, what we're sold, what we're taught, keep working, go to work every day. And it's not that I don't appreciate that. And it's not that I don't know how to work hard. It's that there's just always been something inside of me that has called to have this wild freedom of, not being told what to do. Like, obviously everybody gets told what to do. You can't just do whatever you want, but that's why, with the pagan religions, especially in Wicca, do what you will, but do no harm, live your fucking life with love, live your life doing and being and choosing the right thing. And that's always the hard thing. And that's not a lie. That's fucking 100% true. You just got to keep moving forward, and no matter what people's perceptions of you are, and that's one of the hardest things that I've ever had to try to get over is perception, self-perception, but others' perception of me, You almost take on this persona or whatever. And, everybody has their own thing, dude. Just be as authentic as you can and spread as much joy and as much love as you can. Every short that I've made that says, it's a day of days. Well, guess what, dude? It's a fucking day of days. What are you going to do today? Are you going to lay in bed? Are you going to just be, debilitated? I was so debilitated by sadness and depression and diagnosed with bipolar and diagnosed with suicidal ideation. And that's there, and that's a true thing, but you gotta get help. If you need help, you gotta move fucking forward. I can't stress that enough. And react different. And I talk about it a lot, at least I say it. But reacting different means you're reacting different than normally how you would react to things, And I guess that's growing emotionally, but the spiritual aspect is key to develop. If you don't have a sense of what your energy or your soul or what you believe in, that's a component in your life that is necessary. Whether you believe it's Jesus, whether you believe it's Muhammad, whether you believe it's God, whether you believe it's a tree, whatever you believe, what doesn't matter. Even if you believe in nothing, you're still believing in something, okay? But that right there, and it's not about the belief in the thing itself, it's about the practice of, I guess you could say, meditation. Whether it's actual meditation, prayer, which is a form of meditation, it's about that discipline of taking time, giving gratitude, because when you give gratitude and when you have that moment where you're breathing and you're clearing your mind and you go for all the things that you're grateful for and the blessings that you have and all of these all of the things, even if it's just that you're alive, that has that will give you a fundamental change that obviously you might not see right away, you might not see in a year, but it's basically like you're planting a seed inside of your soul, inside of your mind, that will subconsciously grow only if you water it every day, only if you practice your spirituality, or if you just believe in science. Hey man, go discover some shit, do what you gotta do. But that's a key component. And reacting differently it's almost like stoicism in a way, become more Spock-like, but not quite, so cold. But Spock did feel very deep, that Vulcan thing. Anyway, Jesus. It's crazy the thoughts that are running through my head right now. Oh, hello. Hope that didn't startle anybody. But, man, I'm thinking about some things. Many things. It's kind of why I'm, whittling away at this fucking axe handle. It's a good time to think, good time to focus. I guess there's just, a few things that I just really need to say, and I hope that it's all right, even if it's not. I've been estranged from my son for a while, for a long while, and I think about him every day. So, Logan, if you're listening to this, or you end up watching this at some point in your life, I want to apologize to you for not trying harder, and not fighting for you, not being there. I check your Facebook page often, and I look for you that way, and I see you're doing well, and I see you're doing good, and you're everything and more. I'm proud of you. And I can't take back anything that was done or not done. I can't change anything. But I'm going to send you a message here today. And just tell you that thinking about you and that I love you. I know you're in college. I know you're doing big things, and I'm very, very proud of you. Very proud of the man that you're becoming. So that's one of the things I wanted to say. I love you, Logan, and I hope one day we'll be able to catch up, and see each other. That'd be dope. So. Really, this is complete. I mean, I just need to fucking sand it down. This is pretty done, to be honest. Sand it down, give it a coat of varnish. Oil. Probably oil. That's the best to use. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is black locust. But if anybody knows kind of what I'm carving here, let me know. That'd be nice to find out. Just a guy out here living, semblance of it anyway. tell you one thing, my like hope and dream for this channel is to it's just a story of me living my life, you know, with my friends and my family and doing the outdoor things. And I hope that somebody finds some layman style wisdom, you know, in this whole situation. Something to take home with you, know? Something for me to leave as a legacy. And if this channel grows, makes it, I mean, sky's the limit, man. Sky's the limit. There's a lot of things that I've done in my life that have limited me in the things that I can do as far as, you know, becoming a CEO of a bank or anything like that. Not that I'd want to anyway. But it'd be nice to just be able to, I just need enough to get by. Right now, I'm feeling burden-esque to my loved ones a bit. I mean, I do things, you know. I try to make up for the no dollar value of actual dollars to pay people. Just living a broke-ass life, but still trying to make the most of it. If this channel makes it, then it'll be all worth it. But you gotta start from the bottom. You know, you gotta work hard. I mean, this shit, even though, yeah, it looks like I'm just fucking pissing around, I'm not, though. Like, I love doing this stuff. I love the outdoors. I love doing this stuff. I love trying to motivate people. I love being positive. And I just want the opportunity to just do this for a living, you know? So I guess that's the cause. That's the whole thing. So I want to be able to make money off of this. And I mean, when that happens, if it happens, hey, goes around, comes around, baby. I'm gonna spread that love. I'm gonna spread the wealth because I don't need much. You know, I'm happy making videos and talking shit and having fun and, you know, doing the things I love. And I still have a job. I'm going back in the summer. You guys will see the videos, some window cleaning videos. I help my cousin run his window cleaning business in Minnesota. And so there'll be some videos of that and, you know, outdoor adventures during the summer in Minnesota. So it's not like I'm just a freeloading, you know, SOB, but I got out of a real bad relationship prior to this. And it kind of rocked my world back down to its fundamental core. I thought I was done starting over. But life is what it be, you know, lessons learned. You know, that was a dark little situation that happened there, and I never even knew what an actual, well, I never really knew what an actual narcissist was in a relationship. I didn't understand it until I was with somebody that was so broken and never sought professional help and was very good at, you know, manipulating every kind of system. And, yeah, man, it rocked me to my core. Just couldn't do it anymore. And so I, you know, I attempted my life the night that I ended that relationship. For some reason, I did not die. I tried to take all of my heart medication, and didn't die. It was crazy. So I don't recommend doing that. If you are feeling like you want to hurt yourself or you have a plan to do so, you need to talk to somebody quick. You need to seek help because it's not worth it. I had a little spiritual experience during that little episode, and not time yet. So if you're struggling, just know the struggle is worth it if you make it worth it. If you seek the help and you make it worth it. So if you're struggling with suicidal thoughts, or you don't think that anything's good enough, life sucks and all that, I mean, you're probably right. But you need to help yourself. So anyway, I'm done with this axe handle. Thanks for bearing with me. Sorry for gallivanting and ranting on, but yeah, got 2 grips. So the snake holds the where is that stone? There it is. Sure, it's underneath the saw. So the snake holds the stone in its mouth, right? You know, and then it's got a grip here, and then the body winds around. I don't know if you can see it. The body winds around and then to the other grip, and then the rest of it's just going to be, I'll probably put some runes in the in this part and on the other side, but I got to get it sanded before I do all that. Hopefully I'll have some carving tools. I'll get some wood carving tools and actually be able to do a way better job. So yeah, so that's the old axe handle. Thanks for tuning in.